Hi, this video tutorial is about how can we configure the Apache on CentOS. So let's start. On step 1, we shall download Apache and will make it active on CentOS. So command we shall use yum install httpd -y. So -y flag just to avoid the interactive mode. So it started downloading. Yes, we can see the output on the console that it is completed and HTTP has been installed. So let's start the HTTP server. Systemctl start HTTP. This command will be used to start the HTTP server. So in order to see the status of the HTTPD, we shall use systemctl status HTTPD. Here it is. We can see on the screen that it is running. So let's just verify using the PS. Yes, it's working. So let's start the configurations of the HTTP server. So all the configuration will be saved in etc server. So we can locate the HTTPD. Here it is. And in these two configuration directories conf.d and configuration, all the configuration will remain and resides in these two directories. So let's open the configuration directory. Here we can see the httpd.conf. So using the vi we shall open it. Okay, so let's start one by one the configurations. So server root, this is the default location of HTTPD server Apache server where it is installed. And the listen port, this is a port on which it is listening. By default it is 80. So we shall keep this as is. And here it is the IP address. So IP address will be picked by the host IP address. So we shall keep this as is. Here, if we want to add any modules in HTTP web server, so this can be added from here, this directory, modules.d/configurations. These are the users of the Linux. So to start the web server, Apache user will be created and it is a part of Apache group. So this is the domain by default. This is localhost, but we can replace it with our domain. So these are the directory. So allow override this configuration. By default it's none, and require all both these configuration or cat none. So we shall see in the details in the below section for these two. So here it is. So document root, this is the root directory of the Apache web server. So anything, any of the our application code will be inside this directory. Okay, so var, you can see the below directories var www, allow override none, require are granted. So these are the by default configuration of the Apache web server. So let's save it and start any of the sample index.html and see how it gets open on the Chrome. So let's navigate to var www html. So already I have kept a image here, a test image, and the index. So let's replace index1.html to index.html, because by default index.html is the file which the Apache web server is looking. So let's open the Chrome and we can write the IP address. So we can verify the IP address from here. Hostname minus hi. So this is by default command which is being used. So let's copy and paste over here, and the port was set which was 80. So you can see Mozilla High School test page has been opened on my screen. So now we shall see how the htaccess play role in the Apache web server. So let me remove index.html, not touch. Let's move with the index1.html. So this should just disappear, and default http page is getting open, which is a welcome page. So let's go and change the settings, and for the http access, so we shall go again in the same directory, cd etc up httpd and lsltr cd conf. Here in the http.conf we shall make some changes. So let's move in the bottom. So here allow override. So in this section we shall replace with the all, and required all it is granted. So it means that any of the configuration will be override with the htaccess file. My battery is low. So we shall copy just one command here. One line will be, we shall copy over here, and the rest of the file will remain as is. So let's save it, and let's go in the root directory which is var www html. Let's open it. So here we shall create .htaccess this file, and change the permissions 644 so that it can execute it htaccess, and we shall make couple of changes here just to show how it get working. So there are plenty of changes we can make over here, but just for the start we shall show the indexes of the root directory. So currently in the root directory there is a code which is not working. We can verify from here. It is giving us a welcome page. So let's remove the welcome page as well. Cd etc httpd. We are just removing the welcome page because to make the htaccess effective. So welcome page probably will be in the conf.d. We can delete because we do not need this anymore. Okay, so we have made a couple of changes. We have made changes in the http configuration file. We have created htaccess in var www in html. So after these changes, since we have to make the changes in the configuration file, we have to restart Apache server. So in order to restart, we shall use systemctl restart Apache. Sorry, httpd. Yes, it has been restarted. So now when I shall refresh this, we can see all the directory has been listed over here. So this is how the htaccess work. So if we want to remove this directory access, we shall go for www.html. We can just replace index1 with the index.html. So again, this will show the dop file, my test page. Yeah, here it is. It has been downloaded. So this was all about HTTP server and .htaccess file. Thank you for watching.